Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Money Monday. How's everybody doing tonight? So, tonight is a super exciting night. It is the launch of the Government Contracting Mastermind. So, I am so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who joined the mastermind. So, this will be the first and last live for the mastermind where the public can see. But tonight, I wanted to open it up to everyone so that you can understand what the mastermind is all about, all the great goodies that we're sharing with the mastermind students. And we are trying to hold you accountable, help you walk that journey to get that first government contract. So, again, I am super excited to begin tonight. I'll give people the opportunity to join us. And thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. I know you could be a thousand places, but you chose to spend time with us tonight. So I'm super grateful. I appreciate your continued support as we take this government contracting journey together. How's everybody doing tonight? You can tell me by posting in the chat. We are live tonight. And again, we are taking you on this journey for the government contracting mastermind. We are just getting started. It is Monday, April the 15th. I am Dr. Ebony Gray. You can find me all over social media under Dr. Ebony Gray, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, just Ebony Gray, Facebook, and of course, I want all of you, if you haven't already, to join our Facebook group, right? Government Contracting Success. That is extremely important. We are building a community to help each other, to support each other, to grow in government contracting. So, first things first, I am going to show you the goodies. Let me share my screen. So, first of all, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone that has already signed up for the government contracting mastermind. Don't know why it's posting like that. Ooh, it is super hot. See, that's what happens sometimes when you get in your 40s, like just have the hot flashes, the cold flashes. But thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone that has signed up for the government contracting mastermind. You are truly appreciated. So, what do you get in the mastermind? First things first, you get your own special government contracting concierge. You get one on ones with me as often as needed because one thing about government contracting is things go fast, right? You see a RFP or a letter of interest, you have to create a letter of interest, or perhaps you see sources sought and you're like, man, I need to respond. I need to respond. What do I do? Or you're trying to develop a strategy. Like maybe you've done everything and you just don't know where to go or what to do. That is what the government contracting mastermind is all about, to walk you through that journey step by step, right? To give you the foundation for setting yourself up for success in government contracting, meaning we'll be walking you through the journey of, first of all, making sure that your business is set up the right way, that you have properly registered your business, that you have an EIN, that you have your business bank account, that you have all the elements as far as your business website, your business email, your business telephone number, your business address, because it should be a physical address. Making sure that you register properly in sam.gov, not just the first part, right, where you get the unique identifier, but you go all the way and you get your cage code, as well as making sure that you get your DUNS number, because a lot of the RFPs are still requesting your DUNS number, making sure that you put your capability statement together, right? The right way so that you properly sell yourself, helping you to understand how to put the capability statement together, what should go on a capability statement, and not just the capability statement, but also the capabilities briefing, right? Because you want to sell yourself. So when you're talking and talking to the procurement officials or talking to potential partners, we'll be going step by step on that process. First of all, how you identify the different procurement officials, right? Developing a strategy of what potential government agencies that you want to target, as well as understanding how to communicate with them, whether it's sending the email or if it's basically showing up at industry events or agency events, showing up to the info sessions, how you identify and find prime contractors or subcontractors to help support you. How do you find partners for the government contracts? How do you find contracts outside the federal government? Because guess what? The federal government is not the only procurement officials. You can get contracts at Procter and Gamble, Walmart, IBM, Google, Amazon, Walmart, Target. Many of these big corporations have procurement sites. So we'll be walking you step by step through all of that. So I'm just going to give you a little glimpse of everything that we'll be providing in the course and just talking about how the mastermind will go. So here are all the materials that we'll be providing in our government contracting mastermind. So starting from the top, and this is not in order as to how we're going to teach or how we're going to provide the materials, but first things first is the 8A disadvantage narrative. So if you're trying to pursue the 8A, right, you need to have a disadvantage narrative as far as how you may have been discriminated against as a woman or as a minority business owner or as a disabled veteran. For example, part of that narrative could be that maybe you had challenges, right? When you started in a civilian job, and perhaps that job didn't provide you with reasonable accommodations, or perhaps your supervisors were very negative and disparaging against veterans, or maybe as a woman, you felt there was sexism in the workplace. That could be part of your story or your narrative as a disadvantaged business, as well as maybe you apply for a loan, a small business loan, and perhaps when you apply for that small business loan, you were denied, right? It could have been discrimination where maybe one of your counterparts that isn't the same race or isn't the same sex possibly got approved for that loan given the same financial background. So you'll be provided the 8A disadvantage narrative so that way you can develop your own narrative. We'll be providing that template. We'll provide you the template for the capability statement and walk you through that journey step by step. We'll also provide you with a list of the company names, right? I want to show you, I'll show you this one. So basically, when you join the mastermind, right? Again, it's not just about government contracts. We are taking you through the full journey. We're going to talk about different certifications like the Women Business Enterprise, the Minority Business Enterprise, the Veteran Business Enterprise, and any of the other BEs that are out there for disadvantaged businesses. We'll also talk about some of the federal certifications, which would be the woman-owned small business, the veteran-owned small business, the service-disabled veteran-owned small business, the 8A programs. We'll talk about the different certifications. The process will actually walk along that process. I'll bring in some of my counterparts and my peers to help you get through those certifications and also direct you to the resources to get those certifications from women-owned small business. They have an info session every Tuesday, right, to help you through that journey. Or the MBE, SBE, VBE will provide you with the resources so that you can get certified today. So we're going to take that journey, right? First, get you registered, set up the right way in SAM.gov. But we're also going to go step by step and look at some of these other small businesses. Some of these other procurement officials and help you develop a strategy and a path to connect. So this list is some of the largest corporations in and out of the United States. We will show you how to find their supplier portal. We actually have a list, right, of all the supplier portals, and we'll show you how to actually go to the supplier portals and provide that support. We have assistants already set up and ready to help you. So maybe if you can't just follow the checklist and you need help or administrative support, I have a team ready to help you with that administrative support to get you registered for these supplier portals. So not just within the federal government, because they also may have different portals, but also for these large corporations. So that is something special that we're offering with the mastermind. And you can just go down, you see ADP, Allstate, Amazon, Apple, AT&T, Caesars, Capital One. So we'll be going through all of this step by step. So I will walk you through that journey, and each business that signs up for the mastermind will be developing your own personal strategy to go through this particular list. So within the mastermind, we will provide you with the email scripts. And with the email scripts, let's show you. So the email scripts is just conversations that you can start and have with procurement officials, but also with the different contract vehicles. Let me see. Additionally, we'll provide you a list with all the federal procurement officials. So it will be a detailed list of each of the federal agencies and their procurement officials and their contact information. So that will be a product that we provide. We'll provide you with a financial plan, like basically what's your financial plan and your strategy in order to do government contracting, right? As well as if you do a request for the RFP, you also have to develop that financial strategy as far as what are your costs for that particular contract. We'll provide you with the Maryland procurement guide, and we'll also dig deep to see if there's procurement guides in your particular county or state. So again, if you have a county, a state, a city, a local procurement agency that we don't cover, we'll dig deep and find that information for you to make sure that that you have that information. Because when you talk about government contracting or contracting in general, you want to talk about the federal, the local, the county, as well as possible other entities like the airports, also those large corporations, also utility companies, and don't forget about like Amtrak or different vehicles where you can potentially seek procurement opportunities. So we'll talk about different strategies to go and actually secure those procurement opportunities, identify the contacts to actually have the conversations for those procurement opportunities, and how you can connect and network and get your foot in the door. We'll provide you the template for the past performance questionnaire, as well as past performance worksheet. We'll provide you the proposal template. So if you're going after a proposal, maybe you're stumped. What does a proposal look like? We provide you the template so you can be competitive. We'll provide you with the subcontracting agreement. Like if you're actually entering into a subcontract with another entity, we'll provide you that data so that way you can just fill it out, as well as a teaming agreement. We'll provide you with the rat rate calculator, a sample, so basically of how you can actually do your pricing for your proposal. To give an example, I just had a conversation today as far as, well, how do you price? Like, should you lowball, right, your pricing because, oh, the government is going to pick you because you have the lowest price? That's not necessarily true. So we'll talk about the foundation for pricing, like how to identify the actual salary for that particular task or function or role, right? Then some of the other expenses that you might incur on top of that role, because if you hire a person, right, you have to consider the health insurance, the life insurance, disability insurance, unemployment insurance, as well as your rent, your overhead, lights, bills, telephone, all of those different expenses. So you can't just price right at cost where you say, okay, if it costs you $120 per hour for this particular person to work this role, you can't just charge the government $120 an hour because that just wouldn't make sense for you. You're going to go under every single month, right? Or every single pay period because you're underselling. So helping you to understand how to be competitive, where to find the data, where to find the information to actually do the proposals where it makes sense. So you don't have to undersell yourself. Basically, charge the government what you're worth because you actually want to not only make money, but you want to make sure that you can cover all of your bills. We will also talk about different funding options, right? So just for a startup, we'll talk about pitches and opportunities. We'll talk about the grants and those opportunities, but also small business loans. What does that look like? Who do you talk to? You need to make sure you have a business bank account, right? Do you have a relationship with your loan officer at your bank? Do you have those connections? What type of credit do you need in order to qualify for those loans? Can you just get business credit with just your EIN, right? We'll have those type of conversations. And I'll give a short example of the special credit as far as like Square or PayPal or Shopify. You continue to do business with them, you're generating lots of income. Perhaps they may offer you a loan or a line of credit. So that's some alternative ways that you can get lines of credit just by bringing money into a certain platform. But you have to look at the interest rates and the prices on that. So, of course, those traditional loans may be better as far as the interest rates, but what if you don't qualify? So how do you get qualified? Who do you go to? Who can help you and support you? So we'll talk about that. We'll also provide you with a spreadsheet to help you identify, right, your projected financial forecast. So those are some of the things that you'll be getting in the government contracting mastermind. You also see some additional things like the sample operating agreement template, the sources sought response templates. All of this is information and materials that are going to help you, and we'll be adding information and materials as we go along to provide you support. For example, some other things that we'll go over in the mastermind is we'll always provide information about information sessions, industry days, matchmaking sessions. Like you may have seen if you're in the government contracting success group, you see I'm starting to provide information about upcoming activities, government contracting conferences, any type of information to make sure that you get connected and you have the opportunity to land the contract. In addition to all of that, you'll have my one-on-one support. So as soon as you find a contract, if you have a question, if maybe you're stumped or you're trying to do your wrap rate calculator or you're trying to put together a proposal, I will be right there to help walk you through that process and to help hold you accountable. So we'll be setting goals like each week. What are your goals? What do you hope to accomplish for your business, specifically as it relates to government contracting, or it could be your business overall? Those will be things that we cover during the government contracting mastermind. So again, we're in it to win it. We are here to make sure that you win those government contracts, that you submit for your first government contract, that you understand the whole government contracting process. My whole purpose is to help simplify the government contracting process for you. So I want to know how I can best serve, how I can help you, how I can support you. What type of resources do you need? If you need help with the capability statement, we have resources and support and administrative support to help you with that. If you need help putting together your RFP, we have resources and support that can help you with that journey so you don't have to be stuck and you don't have to feel like you're on an island by yourself. So with that, I'm going to go in and see if we have any questions and answer your questions live, real time. Let's see. And so I had one question for the week. So I'm going in, just answering your questions that you have. If you need to find other possible partners or businesses that are certified, you can go to the SBA website and you can look for the different businesses. Let me make sure, let me give you the full name. Dynamic Small Business. So it's the SBA Dynamic Small Business website. You can Google it. You can look for the information, but that's where you would find is DSBS. So Dynamic Small Business Search, or SBA Dynamic Small Business. And basically that is where you would find potential partners or people that you can connect with that may already have certifications. So perhaps you're not where you're supposed to be, right? You just registered for SAM.gov. Maybe you're waiting for your cage number. Maybe you're waiting for your certification, right? Your woman-owned small business, veteran-owned small business, or your MBE, your SBE. You can go in and look for potential partners and contracting officials at the SBA portal. So I'm going to copy this and share it with you. So we have one question. Does it matter to the government if your business is new? No, it absolutely doesn't matter. So you have to look at the RFP or the sources sought or the pre-solicitation to see exactly what the requirements are. But that's also a reason why you should use this link, the small business procurement link that I just posted to find those dynamic partners. Because if your business isn't where it needs to be, you can always sub. So subcontracting is a great way to get that experience, to get the connections within the government, and to do good work, because that would also be past performance. But you will find, especially for some of the local contracts, so I encourage you to look at local, meaning your city, your county, your state. Look for those opportunities because maybe they have a lower threshold. But also for government contracting, if you have those credentials as far as the woman owned small business, veteran owned small business, the 8A certification, which typically that's 2 years time of experience, you possibly could get sole source. Perhaps you're providing a service to the government that nobody else knows about. I'll give a perfect example, which will be AI. So for AI, perhaps many people don't have that experience with that particular tool or the background in AI. So maybe your company or organization is the only company or organization that could provide those particular services. So you could potentially be sole source to provide that service to the government. It wouldn't matter about the time or the length of time that your business has been open per se, because you can quantify and say, well, I can provide this service. Here's maybe my past performance. You also can think about if maybe you had past performance for a government agency as a subcontractor, or maybe you worked in that particular role, right? And you already know sometimes the government is not great at succession planning. So perhaps you're the only person, and now you've retired or now you've left the agency that knows that particular skill set or knows how to create the SOP or knows how to do that particular job, so they can vouch for you. You have the resume, because you can use your resume in certain circumstances in order to go after that contract. Maybe you have a special certification, special clearance. You can use all of that to pursue and go after that contract. And it wouldn't necessarily be about time. It would be, do you have the background, these credentials, this particular skill set to offer the government? That is why relationships matter as well. So we'll be talking about that during the mastermind. That is the one difference between this mastermind and all others, is we're going to be talking about relationship building, the connections. I am the queen of networking. In order to increase your net worth, we're going to be talking about all of that in order to leverage yourself and get you in the door. I will give a perfect example. You could be the only contractor that shows up for an info session and actually get the contract because you were the only one to show up. So we're going to dig deep and talk about all those little secrets in order to get you in the door. So definitely, 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 if you have not signed up for the mastermind, come on, sign up, join us. For those of you that are in the mastermind, you've already received the link to book with me one-on-one, because starting from day one, we are developing individual strategies, not the group strategies, because all of you are at different levels. We'll be developing individual strategies to help you step by step. I'm going to explain all these different documents and paperwork that we have in a folder, and we'll be developing a strategy just for you and your business and where you're trying to go. I'm going to be providing you that one-on-one support as well as the group support. So we'll have opportunities for group support. We'll be providing you information on all the networking events and info sessions and the procurement officials. But I want to walk you through this journey so we get you to the point of execution. A lot of people are stuck, right? Where perhaps they have all the tools, maybe they have their business together, but they're stuck. They need an accountability partner, or they need that extra push, right, in order to take it to the next level. So we are going to push you off that ledge, push you to the point of execution. to take it to that next level step by step. So you'll be provided with all the links, right? With all the resources. You'll be provided with all the recordings. Every time that we talk or train about anything, you'll be provided the recordings for each session as we go through the journey. So tonight was just about giving you the overview as far as what the government contracting mastermind is all about, what type of resources and support that you'll get. Please, please, please let me know if you have any questions. I am here to support you, but we also have a team, a full team that is ready and willing to provide administrative support. Some of the things that is additional, right? This isn't part of the mastermind, but it's part of services that my team on deck can provide you would be perhaps we develop a strategy for you to reach out to all the procurement officials, but you don't have time to send those emails. Or perhaps we develop a strategy for you to respond to the emails, right, as they're responding. Or maybe you need like your capabilities brief put together or your capability statement put together. Perhaps you need that help with the RFP or response to sources, so that letter of interest. We have administrative staff on tap to help you through that journey, because that is a big stuck point, right? For many people, is just they don't have the support, they don't have the help. Maybe you need a website, maybe you need information. Where do you get the phone number from? How do you establish an address? So all of that is things that I can support you with one-on-one, but also I have an administrative team to help you walk through any journey. It could be calendar management, where you say, okay, I want to establish a weekly meeting with procurement officials, and you need somebody to schedule and you need somebody to manage your calendar. We have an administrative team to help support you with all of that. So please don't let this be a stuck point. If you haven't already, come on, join us, join up with the mastermind, because we're about to take it to the next level. If you're part of the mastermind, I see all of you have scheduled your one-on-one appointments. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. You'll have opportunities to schedule those one-on-ones at any time, right? If you find an RFP at midnight and you say, oh my gosh, I have to respond to this tomorrow, get on my calendar so we can have that discussion, right? If there's a time that's not available on the calendar, and maybe it's an emergency, right? Fire, RFP due right now, please let me know. You'll have all my contact information. This is a one-on-one government contract concierge, where we are going to help you, walk you through that journey, support you, and get you to the point of landing all of the government contracts, not just your first, all of the government contracts that you go after. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please let me know how I can support you. I am going to look one last time to see if we have any questions. And I just want to give a special shout out to Miss Nina Carr. She is the creative genius. So if you need somebody to help you with your branding and creative direction and that capabilities statement, definitely go on, reach out to Nina Carr. She is the bomb. She is the brand strategist queen. Like, she doesn't just deal with the brand, but the psychology behind the brand. And I would also like to point out, she is the Canva queen. So she's definitely the one that you need to connect with to provide you that support, to possibly give you that whole entire brand makeover. Because a lot of times that's a stuck point as far as marketing. When you talk about marketing, so some of it's the face-to-face, making the connections, talking to the procurement officials, identifying that strategy, showing up to those info sessions, showing up to the agency meet and greets, but it's also about your image, right? What do you want people to remember when they see you? What do you want people to feel when they see your brand, when they connect with your brand? Are you portraying that? So someone like Miss Nina Carr definitely is somebody you need to connect with if you're trying to take your brand to the next level, as far as the imagery, as far as your strategy, as far as, again, how you want people to feel. So maybe you want to be the authoritative figure. You're going into government contracting and you're going into IT. You want to support the National Security Agency. What does that look like? What do you want people to feel when they read and see your proposals? You want them to see you as the expert, the person that stands out in technology. So perhaps you need help putting your brand together. Talk to Nina. Thank you, everyone, for your time tonight. So if you haven't already, go on, sign up for our GovCon Mastermind. I'm going to put the link in the chat. We still have space for you tonight. We are just getting started with our GovCon Mastermind. There you go. Just added it to the chats. So thank you for everyone for rocking it out with us, for your continuous support. Truly appreciate all of you. We are about to take government contracting by storm. We're about to take it to the next level. I can't wait to support all of you as we walk through this journey. Thank you for your continuous support. Again, I am Dr. Ebony Gray. I've provided the information for the GovCon Mastermind if you want to sign up. And for all of you that are already signed up, thank you for your support. And let's get it. Let's get those contracts. Bye.